We live action, lights, camera, action equals customer satisfaction. I'm Coday Sayso, so if I say so, it's gonna be so. You should already know, so y'all know the vibes. You already know this is another episode of my show called Trade School. Yes, I went to Lincoln Technical Institute in Union, New Jersey. For this episode, I'll be talking about after trade school because all the students at trade school wasn't able to attend because, the coronavirus, the COVID-19. So I had to, get a job, put together a resume, had a couple of phone interviews on Zoom, FaceTime, in-person interviews. I had literally over 50 interviews within 2-3 months. So let me tell you the type of interview questions they ask you. On my resume, I put down places I worked at, and then I put down stuff that I know how to do from trade school, which is solder, braze, use copper tubing, copper pipes, a manifold gauge, check for voltage, continuity, using a multimeter, a voltage tester. That's just to name a few. So it's already on my resume. They see that. Applied to a whole bunch of HVAC jobs. And a lot of them called me back. They were in desperate need of new, fresh HVAC guys that had little to no experience. So I happened to be a great candidate to work for them. So let me just tell you about a HVAC installation job that I had. I was actually sleeping, got the phone call. The guy that called me was a hilarious guy, funny, cool guy. So he was like, he asked me my name. I'm like, yes, speaking. He's like, so what are you doing? Are you just home sleeping right now? I'm like, no, spending time with the family. We laughed it off and whatnot. So he asked me about my HVAC experience. I told him what I know how to do and whatnot. He's like, oh, interested. So he just went straight to it. He's like, do you know how to braze inside? I'm like, of course, I'm confident. I know how to do that. Did it in trade school. I was confident with it. Doing my thing with the copper pipes, brazing, soldering them together, putting them together, make it look nice. So he's like, oh, if you know how to do that, we would like you to come in tomorrow to start working. I said, what's the address? He gave me the address. I was like, I'll be there. It was in Manhattan, so I live in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not too far away from Manhattan. It's about 30 minutes. Hop on one train and get there. And then while I was on the phone, I asked him, I said, how much is the salary? He started me off at $22 an hour, which is decent. Which is real decent. That's what I like about HVAC jobs. They start you off at a decent pay once you have some experience. That's not bad. Especially fresh out of trade school. 22, you're making it in the 20s. And then, so I got there, did some work. I didn't know what to expect. I got there. All I know, I see my foreman. My foreman had an accent. Off rip, I knew he was Caribbean. He told me he was Trinidadian. Which, that's the same country my father is from in Ting. My father from Tuna Puna and Ting, I ain't Trinity born. So, we started working together. It was the vibe. So, he talking in his accent. But I understand everything he said. I'm used to that. I grew up and I take the environment and whatnot. So we working and whatnot. Trade school and working on a construction site is two different things. So you might be confident going into trade school knowing what you could do. So you get to that construction site, you see everything is supersized, large, gigantic. You're like, wow, you really have to do all this? Pipes with all these pipes. So you're like, you know what to do, but you just start getting nervous and stuck. So I was a little nervous and stuck. It was my first day. So my foreman already knew I was young just by looking at me. And he was like he looked at me straight up he'll work with me and he'll teach me. He's like, just be patient and listen to me and follow directions. So he started teaching me what to do and whatnot. Because I was really messing up my first days, whatever. So then I started getting nice and he started seeing the improvement and whatnot. And then, I had another coworker. He was from Honduras and whatnot. So he didn't really know how to speak English, but me and him could have a conversation because he knew some English words and communicate. And we worked real good together. He was a cool person. We still keep in contact till today. He's cool people. Shout out to him. His name is Dario and whatnot. It was a good experience and whatnot, but I ended up not staying there because I had got a couple of job interviews and whatnot, job offers that paid more and whatnot. And this was a HVAC installation job. So I'm like, it's a good experience. I went to trade school, studied HVAC and whatnot. But this job made I wasn't really an employee. I was a what you would call an independent contractor. The tax documentation was a 1099, no benefits. The work was like a little risky because I would climb up ladders all day, work on rooftop units and all that. Carry heavy stuff up ladders and whatnot. Woke up 7, 8 flights of stairs. It wasn't easy. It was real tough work, working tight spaces. You could hardly breathe just to assemble copper pipes, use the oxyacetylene torch and all that. So it's kind of risky. If you're not careful, you can really get hurt badly. So I'm like, not getting no medical benefits, no retirement plan, none of that. I'm like, damn, this is a little risky. I don't know if I could go through with it. They were cool people, so I resigned because I got a couple of job offers and let them know, I'm going to other jobs, respectfully as a man. The general manager was mad. They wanted me to stay so badly. They said they're giving me good pay and whatnot. They'll work with me. I'm new and whatnot. And they really didn't want me to go. They wanted me to work for them a long time in the company. And I just made a decision. I'm like, nah, I want to move on to other opportunities. I'm young and whatnot. So I just I left on a good note. But I know for a fact if I call them right now and I want to work for them, they'll automatically let me come in like this and work for the company. It was a good experience, a learning experience. I can't complain. I'll definitely do it again. But right now, I moved on to other things in life. And that's another story for next time. But I hope y'all enjoy this story about my first HVAC installation job after trade school. My name is Coday Sayso. And you already know if I say so, it's going to be so. Hope y'all enjoyed this video.